And we're live.
Hey guys, this is Shaft of the Clanning Casting Crew. Sorry about that. We did just have a little bit of technical issues, but that's okay. We were only 26 seconds into the match, so we're just going to completely start things over. I'm going to reintroduce everything, and we're going to pretend like this never even happened. So guys, welcome to a wonderland where magical things like this do happen. After, as Tasteless would say, you know, technology is the vehicle of esports, and we just crashed into a fucking palm tree. So, with that stated, check it out. This is my co-caster, the awesome, the amazing Ninth Legion Run Amok, and this is day 7 of a 7-week event. This is the UASL, the Unions of America StarCraft 2 Team League. Now, this started out as a Latin American league, but it has expanded to most of the Western Hemisphere. Now we're just wrecking the ball all across the world. Now, these teams that we've got today are teams 1 and 2 in this organization right now. We are basically doing a point system where you have your total games won, total games lost. Games won will be games lost will be subtracted from your games won, leaving your overall score, which puts this team, Clarity Gaming Academy, in rank number 1 ahead of their own A team, Clarity Gaming, which is in 3rd place. We actually have 20 points right now for Clarity Gaming Academy, and their opponents here, XTraterrestrials, are sitting on 16. That means the best situation that XTraterrestrials can hope for here is an all-kill. What would an all-kill mean for XTraterrestrials, Josh? It would mean that the games, the ranks are tied up, because an all-kill in a best-of-7 means 4 wins. 4 wins minus 0 losses is 4 wins straight up. 16 plus 4 is 20. That puts 20 score for Academy versus 20 score for XTraterrestrials. If Clarity Gaming Academy wins even 1 match here, they will still be winning the total rankings. So this is basically a throwaway game for them, but they want to maintain their sizable lead, so they're going to be moving into this very, very, very cautiously. Now, I do want to give a quick shout out to my boy Tebow. He's been a big friend to the Clanning Casting Crew from its inception in StarCraft 2, and you know, he is part of Clarity Gaming Academy, so just big shouts out to him, big thank yous, and you know, I'm pulling here for Clarity Gaming Academy. How about you, Josh? Josh, your computer hasn't crashed, has it?
Nah, we haven't crashed, man. Slight small little meet, but we're all good. We're in the first game now between Clarity Gaming's Academy versus XTraterrestrials, and like you said, Malcolm, I'm a bit of a fan of Clarity Gaming's players, but that's not to shy away from the potential of the XTs. They've definitely earned their spot, and I definitely think they've got what it takes to take this away. I mean, Caliber currently looking at an 87% win rate versus Terran. Meanwhile, our Elhaim's percentages are only at 57% versus Protoss, so not sure whether or not that says more about him being in the GM, but being High Masters and you're still running that kind of percentages, like he's going 20-3. That's a big difference. Like, Caliber is definitely showing us that he's got what it takes to take away this game. So we're going to see whether or not the heat's on Elhaim to take it away for Clarity Gaming.
Right, my friend. Well, there's a couple of things I want to point out, but first let's go ahead and introduce these players. Here on the bottom left-hand side of Red City Ladder Edition, we have our purple Terran player representing Clarity Gaming's Academy. It is Elhaim. And here on the top right-hand side is the pretty pink Protoss representing XTraterrestrials. It's Caliber. Now, we did have to remake because Josh runs a cardboard box with a hamster wheel, but it's kind of going to change the dynamic of this game. The last time, players spawned all on the bottom. We had, you know, the Protoss in the bottom left, the Terran in the bottom right, I believe was the way it was set up. But either way, it was all on the bottom. Now, this is a matchup that is characterized by drop play for the Terran. So, in those positions, it was a much better position for the Terran. Josh has single-handedly destroyed this game because he made it cross spawns. What an asshole.
Fate has changed.
What has changed? Tell us about it.
Oh, you're definitely right. Ground positioning in this map is definitely something that both players want to shy away from. Drop play being even more crucial. I've even seen a lot more Protoss favour air style players on this map, but we can't see a second gas coming out for Caliber, so it tells me he wants to go for an expansion build and then maybe follow up with something after that, which should be quite interesting. Meanwhile, Elham probably going to opening up here with the Reaper. He's going to get the scouting information, and what a perfect map to do this on. A lot of cliff edges to jump away, not to mention the pathing for the Reaper is going to allow it to escape.
Why did he pull off 3 workers from his gas? He's not mining any gas beyond that initial 100.
Well, he got the reactor, and now it looks like he's going to power ahead. With the extra income, he's going to start getting extra racks. To get extra racks just means his infrastructure gets up earlier, and he's only really going to be relying on getting Marines, getting a bunker, and then he's going to transition. So we're not going to see mine play, we're not going to see factory tech coming out of him, probably a more standardized like 10-minute timing with 3 racks.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Well, guys, just in case anybody is wondering during this downtime, I want to go ahead and share with you the rankings for currently in day 6, moving into day number 7. Clarity Gaming Academy, first place. XTraterrestrials, second place. Clarity Gaming itself, third. Lag, latest and greatest, fourth. Followed by my team, Gravity, SMI, Rings of Hell, Kings of Latin Gaming, and so on and so forth. Bottom of the matchup is FXO, who has never showed up for any of their matches and were disqualified.
Oh, that's really unfortunate, but you
Well,
know.
Standings.
Yeah, I suppose, well, if you're not going to commit, then you don't deserve to get the recognition, so it's unlucky for FXO, but we've got Cowley here being so aggressive with this very fast Zealot into double stalk and Mothership Core pressure, and it is wreaking havoc at the moment. Elham pretty struggling right now to get anything happening. He's got this reactive racks which is going to help him out, but with 2 stalkers in the Mothership Core, adds so much versatility. You got things like time warp, slows down all the Marines, you can focus fire them down. He's trying to really get the snipe off in this Mothership Core, but it's not happening too well for him. Now we've got Caliber's Stalkers here just raining upon like their shots really nicely. The SCVs are out, so they're doing a little bit of buffering, but all these Marines are just getting taken out as soon as they're leaving the production facilities, and, well, right now, Elham is losing a lot of SCVs, so this is not good.
So, you said that Elham was the guy who had a really high percentage against Protoss, or was it the other way around?
Nah, Caliber's the one that's currently at 87% win rate.
He is showing why that's 87%. Because I was about to say, for the Terran vs. Protoss expert, he's getting wrecked. But if the shoes in the other boot, we're beginning to see why. This is crazy aggression. I mean, it's not usually Protoss that's the aggressor in this matchup, is it?
It can really depend on how they open, and it looks like Caliber's just decided to go for the really aggressive build, and he's putting on the hurt, and we're trying to see stim, we're trying to see some Marines and some Royals being produced out of these barracks, but it's just not enough. He has to sacrifice more SCVs. These SCVs are all going to get picked down with some good kiting by the Stalkers. Meanwhile, the expansion going up here for Caliber, but it's not mining just yet. We see 3 gates under production, so it's going to be like, he's got the expansion there to transition out of this, but he's going to follow this up with a 4-gate. He's bringing a probe, and I'd imagine that he'd bring it dropping down a proxy pylon relatively soon. And with that proxy pylon, it's just going to allow him to continue to surface for that aggression.
Absolutely, my friend, absolutely. Where do you think that Elham can go from here?
I think it's all but dusted for. With this 4-gate finish, he's not going to be able to stop the next wave of warp-ins, and I'd imagine, even if he does, Caliber could either bank units or just decide to like probe up at home. If he decides to do that,
let's put this in perspective for the viewers. Actually, Caliber has destroyed a grand total of 21 workers. He has currently got an 11 worker lead. His opponent only has 18 workers. So that means he has basically double the workers of his opponent, and hence we see Elham dropping the GG, Caliber taking the first game 1-0.
So XT do it. This is a really good start for them. Currently 1 up on Clarity Gaming.
Hey Josh, I know you're a little new to this interface. Let me give you a little tip. Did I ever send you my hotkey layout for that?
Nope.
Okay, well, go into your key bindings real quick and turn right-click into deselect unit. You just go to Options, Hotkeys, Global. And I gotta find it. 1 sec. I believe it's user interface. momento, bro. Okay, under observer, go down to where it says clear selection and add an alternate hotkey of the right mouse button. And like make this a copy so that you have like a camera observer thing and a gaming thing. And then right mouse button will just make everything in the bottom right disappear so you can show the income tab. Alrighty, so the teams now have 6 minutes in order to choose their players. We're just waiting for everything to go there. During this downtime, guys, if you feel like going and grab a soda, running to use the Waterloo or anything like that, please feel free. Personally, I'm drinking a Red Bull, jamming out, and getting Josh, used to this interface. But that's okay. Actually, Josh, don't worry about changing your hotkeys. I got you, bro. I just thought about something.
Easy. Well, I just did the deselect thing. I saved under a different profile, so that's not a big worry for me at all.
Okay. But did you copy? Becomes the question.
Did I copy?
Yeah. Did you copy all your other changes?
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay. Cool. Well, then that'll be perfect. But there's a hotkey file either way for you. Alrighty, so
thank you, Malcolm.
Waiting. Oh, no problem, bro. No problem. So if Clarity Gaming got the victory, if XT's Gaming got the victory, they also choose first player.
And map and second player then falls down to Cyber Gamer. Clarity Gaming, so what do you think they're going to pick? They've got a vast variety of players. We've casted some of their games before. Not to mention, we've definitely casted XT and watched them play... Who was it last round?
Don't quite remember. I've actually casted XT quite a bit. I've never cast Clarity, though.
I think it was XT versus Elite.
Yeah, that's right. You did like a 5-hour cast, though, of Clarity Gaming, I remember.
Oh, just Bones. So, I'm waiting for Bones to come out.
Is he their ace?
Oh, I don't know about their ace, but he's definitely going to be that player to look out for. If you want to play a long macro game, he knows how to play a long macro game, and I think that's where he would like to take it. So, if XT realizes what's going on, you might want to get a bit of a snipe happening, or you could force his hand, but then again, that was like 2 weeks ago. Bones might have completely changed his style by now. He could have practiced differently. Who knows?
Yeah, or you could have just been training for a particular snipe situation there. But it's interesting because I'm noticing that some players from Clarity Gaming are doing ranked 3v3s, so I'm a little bit interested what's going on there. Well, actually, he just left, so maybe... Oh, nope, he's searching again, so he knows he's not up. Friends list cheating. I love it. Alrighty, so XTraterrestrials choosing their first player. Now we're waiting on Clarity Gaming Academy to go ahead and... field their first player as well, or their next player rather, as well as the map. What map do you think they're going to want to go up against Jauja on?
Jauja. Interesting.
I remember he was like a really aggressive player. I don't remember what race he was, though.
Always a Zerg.
Zerg. Yep.
Yeah,
I remember him.
We're using ladder maps, correct? Yes. You could even go on Kohol Sky Islands, like that really, really funky map, and then play some kind of aggressive play against him, like an 11-11 or like 8-8-8 Reapers.
Is there anything you can do to increase my volume on your end?
Yeah, hang on.
We should probably start doing a sound check, by the way, because we always run into some kind of audio issue. Just a thought.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, so maybe call whole Sky Islands, do a bit of a snipe tactic, get someone to do like a hard cheese or something, because that map's pretty well known for just having very unorthodox play.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Well, just taking a look at some of the statistics from that first game, as far as our viewer count goes, we are up to a grand total of 42 viewers. Guys, thanks for tuning in. In case you have just tuned in, this is Shaft of the Clinic Casting crew. Casting with me tonight, your observer and dedicated streamer and co-caster is Josh Runamuck McMillan. Are you Irish, by the way? McMillan. You have a Mick in front of your name. You must be Irish.
The background is Scottish.
Scottish. Okay, same difference.
We all drink beer, one way or another.
Indeed, sir.
Alcohol
Indeed.
tolerance of a bouse.
You'd never guess what my heritage was.
I'd say you're the kind of guy that would have a bit of everything, right?
Not to my knowledge. I do have a little bit, but I'm primarily Greek with a little bit of Cherokee Indian.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Music going off tap.
Indeed. Well, guys, checking out our Reddit as well. Please, upvote this. I'm sure someone will post a link to it in the chat channel. Please, just upvote our UASL CGAcademy versus XTraterrestrials thread. Currently, we got 7 upvotes, as well as our Team Liquid thread, also linked to in chat. Give us a little bump up there, because all this really helps promote these teams, helps get their names out there. Some of the teams, like Clarity Gaming, maybe don't need that as much as others, but this is the Academy, so getting their players as much promotion as possible is always a good thing. And then, of course, it helps us casters as well, because the more of you there are, the more happy we are, and the more happy we are, the better the cast is. So we're going to be pulling this game up on Neoplanet S. I love this map, especially as a Zerg player. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we got to see
Silky.
ZVZ.
Silky, yeah, is a Zerg player as well, so he's not giving his opponent any kind of advantage going here to Neoplanet S. But why is Neoplanet S such a Zerg-friendly map?
I would say it's pretty easy to get 3 base. I would say that the pathing, that split end situation where you A-click and your army's going to go one way, if he A-clicked, his army's going to go the other way, so it's kind of like a little bit more of a physical action to make your units move one way or another. Not to mention, through the center of the map and all the high cliffing areas, Overlord placement is amazing. You can get such a vast airspace where your overlords just sit nice and neat. They cover so many potential attacking routes. Just the options are open to you. And ZVZ, it's not going to make a big difference until we would see things like Roach Hydra, but I'd imagine, depending on how aggressive these players want to be, this game could wrap up anywhere between 8 to 15 minutes. I mean, it only takes 2 or 3 good Baneling hits, and all of a sudden the other guy's packing more punch than you are, and you just can't keep up with units. It's just like a war of nutrition by that point. But we're going to kick into this. Game number 2 between Clarity Gaming versus XTraterrestrials.
Josh, I have a question for you before we begin.
Shoot, man.
Actually, it's 2 questions. First, where did all the dolphins go?
I don't know, maybe they took over the world. We just don't know about it yet.
Okay. Second question. How many roads must a mouse take on the journey of life? What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, sir?
27.
42. Wow, dude. You fail. Just start the stream over. We're done. It's over. What? You've never read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I was trying to remember the number, but then I'm just thinking back to The Simpsons, and the one number that sticks out the most is 27. So that's the number I'm going to go with.
42. 42. Okay, guys, you're... Oh, go ahead.
Build an entire machine to tell you what is the meaning of life. And then after all that time, it's just 42. Everyone's like, what?
No. It's better than that. They build an entire machine to tell them the answer. That they don't even know the question. So then they build an entire planet, and just before it spits out the calculation, it gets demolished for a hyperspatial bypass. Anyways, guys, here in the top right-hand side of Neoplanet S, a map we've described in a little bit of detail here for you, we have representing Team XTraterrestrials, it's Zhao Jia, who's actually up 1-0 right now. We'll see if he can continue the advantage for his team. Remember, Extraterrestrials is definitely going for an all-kill here. We're going to see if they can manage that here, or if Clarity Gaming Academy will be able to do something about it. Here we have Clarity Gaming's Academy in the bottom left-hand side, playing the red Zergy McFerguson. It's Silky. Silky Smooth for your face.
I don't know about Silky Smooth with all this spines going on, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Now, one thing that's really interesting right now is both of these players are doing an exact mirror build. We had 14 pools, 15 hatches going down, and we're just seeing a steady drone count going up. Queens now being produced by both players, so there's going to be a little bit of downtime before anything exciting happens. We're both sitting there actually running off of gasless. So it's going to be a bigger emphasis on queens and more static defense, I would imagine. Things like spines, evolution wall, that ultra safe stuff, and then maybe even follow up when he's getting his gases, get a baneling nest, or decide to go for speed. So that's probably going to be the tipping point by that stage, but I like how both players have gone for the pool first. And can you explain that mechanic for us, Malcolm?
I'm sorry, bro. I was reading chat. What was the question?
Do you know why it's better to go for a pool first?
Actually, dude, okay. I don't think it's better to go pool first. I think it's equally viable. Some people say hatch first is more economical. I say bullshit. Here's why. Every 40 seconds, a hatchery spits out 3 larvae. When you add a queen, it adds 4 larvae for 7 larvae total. A pool first gets your queen out faster. Now, let's compare it to a hatchery. A hatchery's build time is longer than a pool. You also have to save more money to purchase that hatchery, and therefore you get 6 larvae, slightly delayed, so your opponent's going to get the queen faster. You get 6 larvae, less larvae initially. But once the hatch first gets its pull up and gets its queen out, there's a small timing where it has a lot more production than the pull first player. Most players will use that for a Ling timing attack. If you can hold that perfectly, you're safe, you're ahead. But if your opponent drones up, they have a slight advantage. So you have to really, really be scouting as the pull first player. Hatch first, not so much. You can be the aggressor if you choose to be, but you don't have to. You have the ability to control the flow of the game. That's the only difference. I personally prefer the pull first because it's going to keep you a lot safer from things like 10 pulls, where hatch first, you're pretty much just going to crumble and die. Now, we do have a lair on the way pretty quickly here for Jalja, his opponent going for that Roach Warren. So what I'm looking for right now is how many gas does Jalja take? We actually see him taking 2nd and 3rd here at his natural. He'll probably get this 4th geyser as the lair finishes, or maybe about halfway there. I'm definitely expecting Mutalisks off just the way he's playing this.
Yeah, we're going to faster Roach Warren down here for Silky, who's letting this one Speedling get inside of his base. So this seems to be like one of the very key things Zerg players do, and that's just to run as Speedling or Speedlings through their opponent's base and just go, okay, what is up? What are you doing? And what kind of response we're going to see here from Jalji is he has seen that Roach Warren, and well, his lair's a little bit more delayed than Silky's.
Well, going back to what you said about Ling run-bys, there's a couple of different things that makes that particularly viable for Zerg. First of all, we have no ramp control whatsoever. We can park 3 roaches, but that requires you to go roaches. If you don't go roaches, you can park queens, but then they're not in position for things like pooping out tumors or vomiting up injects. So, yeah, no ramp control. We can't do it with our buildings. So Ling's pretty fast unit. No harm, no foul. Now we do have what looks like a 3rd base is coming out now for Jalja, a little bit behind his opponent. But Speedlings are only worth 25 minerals each. That is nothing in the realm of things. So if you're just constantly poking up Zerglings, once every 15 seconds, even at that rate, you're only spending 100 minerals a minute. 100 minerals a minute is not that much for scouting. Think about it. A Terran has to spend 300 minerals for 1 scouting attempt. 1 scouting attempt equals 1 mule. That is huge. It's so much more cost effective, especially in ZVZ, to just be poking up.
Now he's forced to kind of leave Roaches behind to defend his bases, and yeah, here comes the Spy. It's about to finish up by Jalgi, so this is looking like he could be quite aggressive, but we do have a small pack of Roaches heading more north, so they're looking to snipe out this third base. Meanwhile, Ling counterattacks everywhere, takes out a Queen, so Silky a little bit on the defensive here, while his Roaches have to posture next to the third. Third base also going to be attacked here by Jalgi. Looking like Silky's probably going to try and get some revenge here, but there's a bunch of Zerglings now into the natural mineral line. He takes out a Queen, is now going to start munching away on them drones right there, but now the Roach is forced out a cancellation on the third, looking like they're going to retreat back. Decent plays here by Silky, currently taking a small lead, but with the Mutalisk numbers going to be beginning to increase and Evolution Chambers being dropped like a bomb. It's going to be pretty interesting to see where the development goes now that there are Mutalisks on the map, and they're heading straight for this third base. And almost no static defense here, but we do have two Spore Crawlers about to finish up.
Spores.
And we'll do...
Let's do the math here. One Spore Crawler can kill one Mutalisk in 3 volleys. However, his opponent had 8 Mutalisks there. The thing about that is, one Mutalisk for one Spore Crawler, which is what a situation like this would end up being, is not cost effective for the Orange Zerg. So what the Orange Zerg is doing is small pokes, small prods. He's forcing the Roach player to be defensive, to get a lot of static defense, to make queens, to spend larva and drones he doesn't want to. What's he doing behind this? Taking a 5th base, or 4th base. Beautiful style. As a Mutalisking player, your opponent has 2 options against you. Either turtle up or all in. If he has a huge army when you bring out the Mutalisks, he's just going to all in. In which case... Go ahead.
Sorry, keep going. I'll finish what I was going to say.
He gets the snipe. He gets the snipe on the third hatch, yeah. Which sets, our Red Zerg 2 bases behind. But going back to what I was saying there, completely lost that train of thought. Anyways, the Mutalisking player can get all in on with a huge ball of units early, but he spined up real well. And when you take these 2 bases, that's what you're afraid of. So he's just trying to pin the Red Zerg to his own base and force a base race scenario if the Red Zerg wants to move out. The Red Zerg is choosing to move out. It looks like, yeah, he's going to go ahead with that, going to target down the natural third of his opponent. But we've already got a tech switch from Jalja, who, while behind on upgrades, as far as these Roaches are concerned, has a much bigger economy, which means here shortly he's going to have a much bigger army count. However, he doesn't have that many Spine Crawlers as the other bases. So this is that little weakness I was talking about. He may just die here.
Yeah, and there's no Glowerwood Constitution either, so his Roaches just actually aren't that fast. The Mutalisk added a nice bit of DPS, but there's too many Hydralisks in this army here for Silky, and Silky's looking to try and take the win. He wants to secure it now before, as you said, Jalgi was to power up and get his tech switch going. Now there's a bunch of Overlords that are kind of donating themselves out here right underneath all the volleys of this Hydralisk, and we just watched 4 or 5 Overlords just pop. More Roaches being rallied out here.
That is actually super genius by Jalgi, bro. That is not an accident. He is sending these Overlords to tank shots. If he can buy time for this army to produce of his, he will have the defender's advantage. He's on 4 bases to his opponent's 2. All he has to do is kill Red's current army, his standing army, and he wins this game. So by sending in these Overlords, he's delaying the amount of time that Red will need to kill him. It is beautiful, but is it going to work? That becomes the question now. This Roach army is targeting down drones now. He is using drones to buffer against Roach Ling. This is so close. Oh my god. Hydralisk reinforcements coming in for the Red Zerg. It looks like it's going to be too much.
Yeah, he's breaking through. Malcolm's having a... Malcolm's spazzing out. He's just realizing just how intense this is. And Jalgi GG's and taps out. And that brings Clarity Gaming back to 1. And now even. And it's looking like this series is about to heat up further and further, guys. So stay tuned. Next set of games are about to be prepared.
I actually have a question for the chat room based on something we're seeing here. Someone said they love the explanations, but they feel like they're missing live action. I'm not really a fan of play-by-play. I feel like players can see that on the screen, see what's going on. They don't need us to comment, oh, that Ling's attacking that roach and it just died, kind of thing. But if that's what you like to see, I'd be more than happy to provide that. So players in chat, if you feel like, you'd like a little more play-by-play action, we can definitely provide that. But if you prefer the analytical explanations that Josh and I usually throw out there, we can do that too. Just give us feedback in the chat room. Let us know what you like. Thank you.
Okay, it looks like someone's really trying to break down this pool first versus hatch first for you there, Malcolm.
Yeah, Darrigan, challenging my logic. I'm going to reply to him in chat, and then